Thank you so much for coming and joining us at our celebration. So today, I would like to start with a tale about a boy who grew up to be the embodiment of rags to riches saga, a boy who started out working on the shop floor and grew up to run the entire factory. He recalls, as a boy, riding with his dad in the family Chevy Impala on the two-lane roads of upstate New York. They drove from steel mill to steel mill for his father to speak with shop foremen, floor managers, and line chiefs. His father, head of the labor relations for Roblin Steel, spent much of his son's youth going in and out of collective bargaining negotiations with some of the toughest unions in America. The boy spent all those road miles with his dad. In good times, as well as in bad times, he watched and learned from his dad whenever he visited the workers. Without a doubt, those were some of the boy's first and best formative lessons. A few years later, in 1981, this young man was already a 4-year veteran with an NFL team as a number 29 safety, when a great coach also joined the team. The following year, they won the Super Bowl. During those NFL seasons, the young man watched, listened, and learned all he could about the game. The experience shaped the young man's diverse career in sports and culminated with his tenure in one of the most influential NFL positions. In fact, the former NFL commissioner, Paul Tagliabue, who was chief counselor for the NFL during that period, recalls, "I always had the sense that he was a little different. He was always asking a lot of questions and never marching to the party line. Even if he disagreed with our positions and we were clearly on opposing sides, he will ask us about it, try to understand the underlying argument and logic." I'm sure that by now you recognize the main character of our story, Mark Murphy, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Packers. Other former players own teams, including the Packers founder Curly Lambeau. But Murphy is the only player turned CEO who won Super Bowls in both roles, as a player and as a CEO. Few players in the NFL history have made a transition in quite so remarkable of a fashion as Murphy. The fact that he's on the field here with us, the head of the most successful team in America's most popular sport, speaks volumes not just about Mark, but also about the peculiar genius of the organization he runs. Multiple people influence Murphy's life. His 3 most influential mentors are Hugh Big Murph, his father, Coach Gibbs, the Redskins coach, and Paul Tagliabue, the former commissioner. Each had a part in shaping Murphy's life and professional career. That's why Mark believes that a good coach can raise up a handful of talented players through training, mentorship, and discipline. He believes that a great team can raise up a city through inspiration, pride, and economic stimulus. Mark believes that a great sports town needs great players, and that great players need great coaches, as you see the staff right now. The Green Bay Packers Mentor-Protégé Program proves that Murphy's belief is just as true for our community. The Packers understand that the success is a tribute to the careful, constant maintenance of 2 concepts: the product on the field and the community's warm feelings about that product. It starts with football, says Murphy. We structure the organization in a way that we can be successful on the field. But the big part of it is also remembering that this team has a special place in this community. We are owned by this community. As we enter the middle of our 7th session of the program, it is our pleasure today to share with you our purpose and overview of the program. This program combines talented, experienced business leaders with hungry, ambitious business owners to expand, to help them grow staff, to empower them to achieve their mission, to strengthen their business practices, and ultimately to play a vital role expanding the doors of opportunity and prosperity throughout our community. So today we are celebrating our 6th year of success. And when I say success, how do we know that it is a successful program? We do measure, and we do have some metrics. In fact, I will start with the impact on the bottom line. Since inception, we have recorded triple-digit growth. Currently, total avenue revenue has been increased up to $44 million. This program has created 135 new jobs. And what about expansion of market share? Over 2,500 new customers have been acquired through this program. However, we will not be as successful as we are if we're not able to tap into the extraordinary skill set of our board and consultants. I would like to take a moment and just introduce them to you. Dr. John Hartman, he's the chair. Phil Hawk, Herb Miller, Mark Mansky, and Lori Radke. I did not see her amongst us today. Our consultants are Greg Keel, I have not seen him, Aaron Popke, Rhonda Borowitz, and Katie Hermson, and Administrator Evelina Kostova, who is behind doing everything also. Thank you so much for all your constant support and contribution to the program. Ultimately, the Packers are able to thrive in a ways others cannot because the team is a cultural icon, a symbol of America's love for underdog who outperforms. There is the game on the field, and there is the community that the team is involved in, something bigger than the sports. The Packers are honoring a contract. So as he paces the sidelines before kickoff, Mark Murphy is mindful of that heritage, that special bond between team and town that he is charged with carrying forward. We are stewards, he says, looking up from the playing field to the fans filing into Lambeau. We are taking care of the Packers for the next generation. Thank you so much for joining us today.